There is a fine line between being admired and needing attention. Meghan Markle and Priyanka Chopra are two friends who are constantly in the spotlight and the center of attention. And today you'll see exactly why one is admired and the other is trying so hard to be accepted, because we're comparing them side by side. Priyanka is a global icon, Bollywood and Hollywood actress. She's a singer, philanthropist, entrepreneur, investor, former Miss World, and highly respected and admired worldwide. Meghan Markle, a former actress, a wannabe global figure whose addiction to attention is destroying her likability. There might be some hope for Meghan because she has been called a copycat. So maybe I was thinking if she could imitate her friend Priyanka a little bit more, she could become more lovable and likable. You think it's possible? And maybe you like or don't like Priyanka or Meghan, you don't know much about either of them. That's okay, because today we're diving deeper than the gossip and headlines. And the first point is relatability. Watch what she says in this interview with Jimmy. There is something immediately warm about Priyanka when she talks. How her husband, who, by the way, also a very famous American singer and actor, Nick Jonas, has the perfect house. And in her house, nothing seems to work.
And his house is perfect.
It's just immaculate.
I lived in New York before, and Nick lived in LA. So now we share both our homes. Now, nothing works in my house, because I'm never in my house. So my coffee machine doesn't work, the air conditioning makes some sounds. Everything in Nick's house is immaculate. Like his alarms work, his lights. My alarms never work.
His alarms work.
Mine never do. And it's so annoying. And when I went into Nick's house and started staying there, it used to make me so nervous, because you know when something is super clean and you take off your shoes, it bothers you.
She does not act like a celebrity at all. She's like a friend telling a story at the dinner table, and we can relate to her. She even shared how her dog peed on his carpet.
So my dog peed on his carpet the first day.
Dude, oh my gosh. He's like, what am I doing, man?
And it's a white carpet too.
Oh no.
Before he came home, I can't tell you, I went through everything. Cleaners, baking soda, scrubbing, serious elbow grease. Got it out.
You did.
But he still noticed.
It's so silly, but that's the point. It's real life, it's normal, it's human, and it feels like she's like us. She laughs, it's light. It's a superpower that Meghan can learn from. Because Meghan's stories, they never feel spontaneous. We've all heard her story when she was 11 years old. Not once, not twice, but too many times.
When I was 11 years old.
When I was just 11 years old.
When I was 11 and I saw...
And I won't bore you with more, but the point is, it's scripted. It's not relatable at all. It's too polished. And that's the difference. Priyanka tells stories that invite you. Meghan tells stories to impress. Priyanka gives the impression, I'm like you. Meghan gives the impression, I'm better than you. I mean, that's the impression that I got, but I want to know your thoughts as well. It's nice to be funny and goofy and messy and light. But Meghan, she tries so hard and she struggles to be human. When she tries to be funny, it becomes forced.
Oh, really? That feels odd to me.
People don't connect with perfect performances. Priyanka explains it in her own podcast.
But here's the thing, people don't connect with perfection. They connect with realness. When you're authentic, when you show your true self, people feel safe. They trust you. Why? Because honesty is magnetic. When you're not hiding behind a facade, when you embrace your flaws and all, that's when you build real trust with others.
She says you show your real self. But Meghan, she doesn't show. She just keeps repeating over and over again that she's so authentic.
Organically and authentically. But also to be authentic. I'm going to live my life really authentically.
Did you actually know that Priyanka and Meghan are friends? And on a side note, could you hit the like and subscribe and also that hype button? Thank you so much. Now, I'm not sure how close their friendship is or was. I mean, there are a lot of rumors about it. But here's how they met.
Where'd you guys meet?
We met at Elle, actually, at Elle's Women
oh, really?
Women for TV dinner 3-4 years ago, and Meghan and I just sort of got on really well. And we were both filming in Canada at the same time, and we just met and chatted.
Now, if they are close friends, then I wonder, why was Priyanka never invited in Meghan's cooking show? Priyanka is not a good cook, though. She admits it herself.
Huh? Woo! This is hard. Culinary skills aren't my strong suit.
Her lightness and messiness about cooking, that's what makes it so fun to watch her. But maybe Priyanka was never invited because she would steal the show from Meghan. And Meghan, well, she has been called a narcissist for a reason. She needs and craves all the attention. Well, let's talk about that narcissism. Let's compare their Instagram accounts. The huge difference, it's not just 1 million followers, but Priyanka, she leaves all the comments open and alive. Meghan, nobody is allowed to comment. So she is sure there are only hearts and love, but never hate. Priyanka, she doesn't mind. She faces the love, the critic, and she lets it all exist. That is confidence. Think about it. Almost 100 million followers with millions of opinions coming her way, and yet she doesn't filter them out. Meghan, on the other hand, she doesn't allow comments or critics or any dialogue. Only her opinion matters, me, myself, and Meghan, showing polished images and videos. Meghan needs to control the narrative at all times. It's not confidence, it's fear, it's insecurity. Priyanka is not afraid of showing flaws and mistakes, and we'll get back to that in a moment. But Meghan, she only shows what she wants you to see. It's not about right or wrong, but how both make you feel. And one feels warm and grounded, and the other is more defensive. It's filtered, it's forced, it's performance. How do you feel about watching both? But let's talk about the business and the ambition. Priyanka's story is so inspiring. She was born in Jamshedpur in India to a family of army doctors. They moved from city to city all the time. She did not get famous overnight or married a royal just like Meghan, and then still she continues to insist that she works so hard.
Oh my gosh, I work so hard and I'm still working hard.
Priyanka has a different opinion about working hard.
I think exhaustion is glorified a lot in our professional lives, that you have to work till you're grinded and till you're exhausted, and that's when you'll succeed. I disagree. I've learned now that working hard is very important, but so is working smart.
Priyanka did not get any help from her parents. She started from scratch.
I've always achieved everything that I have on my own. I did not have advisors. I started working when I was 17 years old. My parents were physicians. They had no idea of entertainment. And to navigate the business of entertainment and to navigate being a young girl, you guys know it's not the easiest thing.
She was only a teenager when she arrived in the US. Being crowned Miss World at 18 years old, it opened doors to Bollywood. From there, she would face rejections, cultural barriers. She had to constantly prove her worth. She pushed hard and proved people wrong. After a long list of strong acting performances, she finally got accepted in Hollywood. And today she's not just an actress. She built a strong business empire. She has a production company, her own hair care brand Anomaly, invested in Bumble, an online dating app, Sona Restaurant, a high-end Indian restaurant in New York. Priyanka is also an investor in multiple tech startups and fashion brands. She's a UNICEF Global Goodwill Ambassador, and she published a memoir, Unfinished, a New York Times bestseller. Like I said, she's impressive, and she's not done. But now, let's compare and look at Meghan's business empire. But let's stay positive, right? She is ambitious. She is trying a lot of things. We gotta give her that. She launched not one, but 2 podcasts that ended rather quietly. Not one, but 2 Netflix cooking shows. And, well, the only very impressive thing about that was the backlash. She created a lifestyle brand as ever, selling out 1 or 10 jars of jam. Nobody really knows because she's not sharing her numbers. Basically, she's throwing spaghetti at the wall and nothing sticks. Oh, she did act. She had 1 role in 1 show.
Mike Ross? Hi. I'm Rachel Zane. I'll be giving you your orientation.
The problem is not her ambition. The problem, which I explained in my previous video of her, is that she keeps trying to change lanes and she's not developing a skill in anything.
I hadn't heard that.
Priyanka does not chase visibility. She builds credibility. Meghan, she keeps crying for attention and she destroys her credibility. And on the topic of mistakes, that truly separates Meghan from Priyanka. Priyanka, she talks openly about her mistakes.
Especially after I became Miss World, I was thrown into the deep end so badly. I was just trying to keep my head above water at that point.
She's vulnerable. She's open to learn. And that vulnerability earns respect.
But I also, as my nature is, I'm a student of life. Like, I'm not someone who ever rests on my laurels or I think that I know everything. I don't. I put my head down, I listen, I learn because I'm willing to learn.
Yeah.
Meghan, on the other hand, she doesn't believe in failing.
I do not think about failing. No.
Meghan would do nothing differently, she says, because it's us, you, me, the people who are not telling the truth. But she is always right.
If you could rewrite your public narrative from scratch, is there anything that you would do differently?
Yes, I would ask people to tell the truth.
People don't fall in love with perfection, because when someone says life is messy, it makes them human.
Just that you're not pursuing perfection, and we don't have to all be finished and tied up in a neat little bow and have every button buttoned. You know, life is messy. It's not simple and complete and perfect, and we're always going to change. And it's okay to leave things unfinished.
If Meghan could loosen up and let go a little bit of that performance and scriptedness, maybe she could become more accepted. But now that you've seen them side by side, Meghan and Priyanka, could Meghan learn a thing or two or three from Priyanka and become more likable and lovable? What do you think? Because being accepted, it's not about craving and chasing attention. It's about being human and messy and relatable and fun and light. And being authentic, it's not that difficult. Just watch this next video.